Hello, this is the King of Fighters 94 Re-Bout on PS2. This is the main menu. When you boot up the game, you can hold the X button and the triangle button to run it to switch it to 480p progressive mode, which is what I'm running it in here. So it's otherwise it's 480i, interlaced and kind of shaky and fuzzy and all that. So we're in 480p. Then there's a long animated intro that plays, and I have already skipped past that. I don't think I can just back out to it. No. So unless maybe if I hit all the buttons at once.
Game option.
No. Oh yeah.
Characters select.
All right. So aside from the wailing rock soundtrack, kind of almost a Saturday morning cartoon feel there. Some of the, I can't really get over Terry. His fist glows blue, and then he slowly leans over and punches the ground very deliberately, and fire shoots for. It's just silly. And then right after that, uh, uh, Benny Maru, like holds his fist back and clenches it, and it glows with electricity, and then he like punches forward with it and yells, and it's like he's shooting a superhero blaster. It's so silly. So that was fun. Anyway, you can replay that at any time from the game options. menu, and in fact that's where I want to go now. This whole layout here is pretty similar to the layout that's in the PS2 version of, well, actually all the versions of King of Fighters 98 Ultimate Match and King of Fighters 2002 Unlimited Match, for that matter.
Game option.
Let's see. So just going to put everything back to the default. We're going to go through all this stuff, so don't worry. There's a lot of funky stuff to explore in Re-Bout, which is a pretty weird thing, and it seems like you get the feeling they were planning on, I guess 3 is the default. Oh yeah. That's pretty normal. This is in like Unlimited Match and Ultimate Match as well, this defense setting thing, and it's kind of, don't really like having that, but whatever. Gauge display is an interesting one, which I will also show as well because that's kind of fun, but for now we're setting it all to normal settings. And this is typical too. You can of PS2 ports, you can from SNK you can zoom for some reason. I don't know why you want to do that. This is you can do a soft blur thing, probably helpful in 480i interlaced mode. Don't need it for progressive though, unless you really wanted to get rid of chaggies at the expense of blurriness. The default is the arranged soundtrack from the NEOGEO CD version, but you can switch it to the chiptune version from the NEOGEO cartridge version if you want. There's also, you can actually play the whole NEOGEO King of Fighters 94 version as well, so we'll be going to all that. I'm just going to leave this at the AST. You can edit character palettes and, change their colors around if you want. I'm not sure how many you can save. Actually, it doesn't look like you can really save any. Like, what if, or more than one. I mean, is this just going to edit his main? Well, no, there's 2, isn't there? Or no, there isn't. I don't know. Oh, I see. Yeah, there are 2. Which, of course, is standard for the older games. Okay. Autosave, of course. This is kind of funny. So these are just voiceovers in Japanese. I think maybe with scrolling text, I don't remember, of like in front of like panning cloudscapes, just I suppose describing the stories behind the Orochi saga, which went from, I guess it went from 94 to, or was it 95 actually, to 97. Then 98 was a dream match without a story, and then Nests was the story that went from 99 through 2001, I think. And then 2002 was also a dream match. Anyway, and then here's where you can replay the opening. I did want to see if it shows the, oh yeah, so you can watch it here. I like how his shoulder twitches there. That's kind of weird. Is that supposed to be where he's throwing the cards? So you could watch it here without the press start button flashing over it if you wanted. Oh man, this is so loud. It's just the wailing guitar. All right. So I set it back to the normal mode instead of the NEOGEO mode, and that will give us 3D backgrounds. They remade the King of Fighters 94 backgrounds and some backgrounds that I don't think were in 94 in the first place. Actually, yeah, definitely a lot of new backgrounds, entirely new stages. It looks very much like PS2 graphics. It is in 480p, but it's not the most attractive stuff. Well, you'll see what I mean. Team play is where you pick a team of 3 characters. Edit play is where you can pick any 3 characters, because in the original KOF 94, you could only pick preset teams of 3. So you had to play like Terry, Andy, and Joe as a set. You couldn't just pick Terry and other characters instead of Andy and Joe. So that's what team play is. Edit play, you can pick any 3 characters. And if you noticed in the intro, towards the end, right before Rugal shows up, I'm so second guessing myself on how to pronounce that these days. Between Kyo showing up, there's a little shot of Kyo, and then there's somebody else, and then there's Rugal, and the somebody else is Saizu Kusanagi, who is Kyo's dad. He just shows up, and it's a weird shot where he just kind of shows up and it's kind of like, hey, it's me, for a half second, then it cuts. And I guess it's because I was reading a fact on GameFAQs today about this game. Apparently Saizu is in a scene in some cinematic, I think the ending or something, in the original KOF 94. He's not playable or anything. He's just in a scene somehow. So they actually made Saizu a playable character in this game because you can play him in what game can you play? Oh, KOF 98. Is it 98? Yeah. Well, you can definitely play him in 98. But so they kind of went back and put him in as a playable character in this 94 Re-Bout version, which is interesting. Single play, you just pick a single character instead of a team. Practice is practice, but it's got a kind of cool thing you can set it to play in a quick battle mode, which is fun, and I'll show you that. Network match would have been for a dial-up service in Japan. Some of their PS2 games had that. Of course, that wouldn't work here or now. Team versus, this is for playing against another player, so it's just you need 2 people to play those. I think it's going to be embarrassing if this
Team versus
screws everything up.
Characters select.
Yeah, I do have my second joystick plugged in, but I don't want to mess with it right now, so hopefully I can just reset. Yes. Shoulder twitch. And same with these other versus modes. Endless is a survival thing, probably. I haven't looked at that in a long time, so we'll look at that. And then NEOGEO Mode is the KOF 94 NEOGEO cartridge version of the game, which is probably my favorite way to play still. We'll look at that, of course. Probably save that for last. So now let's just do
Team play.
Team play.
Characters select.
The random function is new, I think. The thing is, though, it acts like the random in most of the games, which is that it will re-randomize your team between every battle. So that might not be what you wanted. Of course, as I was saying, the main deal with KOF 94 Re-Bout is that it has taken the old 240p low-res character sprites and redrawn them in higher resolution in 480p, so doubling the pixel resolution, height, and width of the characters. It's not a totally successful conversion. I think you can probably get a hint of that here in these portraits. Some of them look a little odd because, of course, they had to invent, 3/4 of the pixel data in up-resing these things, and I don't think that was a good idea. In retrospect, this was a bad idea. The thing is that, at the time, SNK, every time they would bring out a port of one of their old NeoGeo games, all the reviewers would be like, it's 16-bit graphics, man, you guys need to move on and stuff. So they were trying to think, well, what can we do? And they were hoping that, well, maybe we can just sort of, mechanically upscale all the graphics, and everybody will be cool with that, and accept them as modern games now. And it didn't work. In fact, I was looking on GameFAQs at the release data, and this game only came out in PS2 on Japan. It was apparently scheduled to come out in the States as well, but that was canceled, and Europe, I think. Other releases were canceled. It was also apparently scheduled to come out on Xbox in, I think, the States and Europe, and that was canceled. So it only came out on PS2 in Japan, and there were no more Re-Bout games after it. So apparently it did not do well or something. This might have been, it was a pretty late release. I wonder if this was around, or was it after they already went bankrupt? I guess it was. Yeah, so anyway, it didn't pan out for them, and it's too bad in a way, but it was also just obviously not the right way to go. And in retrospect, now that low-res pixel art is kind of cool again, you know, they really should have just stuck with what they had. But anyway, they didn't. So who am I gonna play? Let's play the sports team. I'd totally forgotten the sports team was in '94. I was thinking they were just in '98 for some reason because I'm dumb.
Order select. Battle in Mexico.
I don't like having to do the order select every time, but a lot of KOFs do that.
Heavy D.
So here's one of the stages that I don't think there's any 2D equivalent of this stage in the original at all. I think this is, well, yeah, I don't know where we're supposed to be. Here's Vanessa. There's tons of cameos. There's Big Bear, and there's Rock Howard. Just a ridiculous number of cameos of characters from other SNK games in these 3D backgrounds. It's kind of fun, and the backgrounds themselves don't look bad, but you know, they don't have the. I mean, the whole game just doesn't have the charm of the old low-res 2D. It's just a weird pastiche feel. I'm just, of course, just mashing buttons right now. Oh, what does that say in the background lettering there? This is such a bizarre stage. Now we're just on an elevator going down a street. Oh, now we're back at Pao Pao Cafe. So did it just reset? So that portrait there is actually an old... So I guess this is a remake of that stage from the original game? Wow. That is probably the most ornate remake of a stage ever. Well, I shouldn't say that. There's been some ridiculous remakes. Oh, there's the panda. Oh, from Fatal Fury. Oh, shoot. I've forgotten his name. I'm so embarrassed. I did a whole sort of feature on it. Man, look at Lucky's legs. They're like shaking like he's got palsy. Yeah, I think you can see from these sprites that it was just a pretty iffy up-res, and I don't know how much work it took. It probably took a fair amount, really, because it's not... I was saying it was kind of a mechanical process, but it really doesn't look like it was. I mean, they had to make artistic choices in terms of what to do to fill in all this higher resolution, and you know, they didn't have much to work with, and they didn't want to invent a ton of detail. They just wanted to somehow make the old stuff look higher detail without looking weird, and they, you know, only partially successful, I think it's safe to say. Like they felt they had to make all the faces really distinct, but some of the heads look really weird. These portraits, for the most part, look pretty good. I mean, they're sort of... The paletization is a little distracting sometimes, but those are actually pretty good. I also like the art in these portraits for the most part. Some of the girls come out a little cross-eyed, which is unfortunate.
Battle in Italy.
See what they did with Italy. Oh, yeah.
Fight.
So it is a fair interpretation of the original stage, which did take place in a Naples-like... Is it... Wait, what is the... Oh, jeez, I'm so bad. I've never been to Italy. But whatever the Canals, Venice, that's the one. Oh, man. And, I mean, look, like that building on the left there, it looks pretty sharp in its way. And then there's time of day changes. So, you know, I mean, they went for it. On GameFAQs, it's said that this was developed by not SNK, by a different name, and it was a name. Their only other credits are other games, conversions, or spin-off games on other SNK properties, and on some SNK machines like the NEOGEO Pocket Color. So, how much of that, I mean, were they actually SNK staff, or, I don't know. This is not going super well. I should probably pay a little more attention to what I'm doing, but that's not as fun. Although losing isn't necessarily fun either. Oh, there's a little doggy back there. Gosh dang it, Andy. I was admiring the little doggy. Man, it got pretty dark.
Brian versus Andy. Fight.
Shoot. I hate Andy. Ah, Andy in the old SNK, in the old KOFs, Andy, just a huge bane of my existence. Oh. Well, this is not going to go well. You do get a lot of health back, though. Look at all that health I got back. So that gives me some hope. And we got some smooth sort of guitar style stuff going on here now on this track. This is the arranged soundtrack from the NEOGEO CD version, I think. I mean, I think that's what it's from. It's obviously not the NEOGEO soundtrack. Ah! Yeah, that was good. The fact I was reading... Oh, no! Wow. I thought I had him pretty good. Then I didn't quite finish him off while he was stunned, and then he just polished me off with a single burn knuckle. What a scumbag. That makes me a little mad. At myself. Oh, look, my guys are so sad. Well, that gives us a chance to see another team. Right? I don't like that flash. So, the surprising thing about this game, and the reason why I can play it, is because as part of this conversion, they took out the red screen flashes that are in the original KOF 94, because actually the old KOF games, well, all of them really have these full screen red flashes that'll happen when characters do a super, sometimes when characters counterattack, other stuff like that. And it's really nasty flashes, but they took those out of this game. They were in the original 94, and they even took them out of the NEOGEO mode. So there's no option, because after 97 was the year in which there was that Pokemon animated episode that came out on Japanese TV with, I think it was a sequence of red and blue flashes or something, really intense red and blue flashes that gave like 300 Japanese kids seizures or something like that. And that was in 97. And in KOF 98, I don't know if it's coincidence or not, but they introduced an option called Flash that lets you turn off the red screen flash effects. So from 98 onward, for the most part, you can turn off the red screen flashes, although the default is to have them on, and everybody just leaves them on. It sucks. But so in 94 through 97, you still have those flashes, but for some reason in this game, they didn't give you a flash option. They just took them out. They just took the red flashes out. So I like that, and I wish they'd gone on and done more, rebouticized more of the KOFs through 97, at least for that reason, but they didn't. Apparently this one did not do well, and nobody really cares about the flash thing except me and maybe 5 other people, if that.
Team play.
Ah, well. Well, I'll show you random. Why not?
Order select.
Sort of weird portrait of Yuri there.
Battle in China.
I guess just because she's usually drawn more Europeanized in the face. Oh no, oh my gosh. Oh, another thing that Fax said was, so there's no, in later KOS, when you push the light kick and light attack button, your character does a roll forward or back. In 94, they didn't have the roll yet, so you do this little side dodge, which lets you dodge past an attack like that. One thing the Fact pointed out was that if you keep pushing this, it actually moves the camera a little, so you can rotate this. You can rotate the camera around gradually. Oh, this is going to rotate back, though. I don't want that. I don't want to keep going that way. You can rotate the camera around gradually and see more of the stage. KOF Pizza. So it's just nuts. They actually made it a full wraparound stage that normally you don't even see. And for some reason they thought they would, I don't know, it's so bizarre. They put so much extra work into this that really nobody would have missed if it wasn't there. So that's weird. That probably doesn't work in all the stages like that elevator stage. I wouldn't think that would work there. I guess if I get back there I'll try it. Man, it's the full Psycho Soldier vocals. That's awesome. Psycho Soldier. Oh man, I'm not even gonna get past this. That's alright. Oh, he's not letting me burn him with my favorite spam attack. There we go. What's interesting here, I haven't noticed it in other games with Mai, is that when she first sort of spins, she gets a physical hit, like with her shoulder or something, and then the flames. Oh wow, that was a heck of a change. There's Geese and Wolfgang Krauser back there. There's Zero from a much later game. KOF 2000, is that his version of Zero? I don't know. Maybe he's waiting for his KOF pizza place to open up. Okay, well obviously I'm not gonna get through. Oh, there's Orochi in the far right there. Just way back there in the fog. Athena, how can you be here while you're singing in the background? I'm so confused. The fact I was reading was saying that, well, and another fact I've read is said that in the original 94, it's really easy to do a combo that leads to a stun, and so you can just do these really devastating combos and just wipe people out because it'll take them right down into stunned, and then you can do another combo on them and they're either dead or almost dead. Apparently they toned down the stun capability a little bit in this game. Oh jeez, this isn't going well. Oh, and you charge just like the old game. You charge by holding down the ABC buttons. That's light kick, light punch, and heavy punch. Oh, shoot. I thought for a second I had a chance. Flick your gourd at me, old man. And get venom struck. Oh, dang it. The spit is what's really finishing me off. Well, I goofed off too much rotating the stage. It was worth it. I think they also took out the part where the girls' clothes will shred when they're finished off. I think that's still probably in the original, in the NEOGEO mode. Well, I didn't even get to show you the randomization because I didn't get through one stage, so I'll try to do a little better. Here,
Order select.
oh no, I have to play. Oh no, I picked him second too. That was stupid. Oh yeah, it's another 3. So they showed you the rotation there, so I guess it wasn't a super. There's Gato from Garo. There's Zhang Fei from Fatal Fury, later Fatal Fury game. Oh, there's a taunt. So I did A and C, and it did a taunt. Here I'm rotating the stage a little. Oh, there's Kushnud Butt from Mark of the Wolves. And oh, there's T-Zog from Mark of the Wolves. So a ton of... I guess because... Oh, I don't know why, actually. This is Korea stage. They have nothing to do with... There's, wait, what's her name? Candy? Gianzaki. That's not Candy, is it? I forget. From KOF 2002. Or did she first appear in 2001? Well, that was close. Oh, poor Chang. So we got a Korea mirror match going on. Oh, there's, what's his face from 2000? Or did he first appear in 99? Who the heck is that? That's not Yori, is it? It's a weird drawing. I guess maybe it's supposed to be Yori. What a weird drawing. Oh, when he evaded it, tilted the camera. The combo counter, the fact of saying the combo counter is new as well. Kim is not well drawn. This high-res fight of Kim, like his face when he's kicking like that, doesn't look good. Yeah, when the CPU dodges, it tilts the whole camera too. Man, this is weird. But I bet if you put it on the 2D background mode, that doesn't. Well, it couldn't happen, right? I mean, it could if they did some weird visual effect, but it's the other time of day. Oh, jeez, so much blood. Oh, there's the relative of Kim's, who's from, what the heck is that game called? Oh, Foon Super Combo was the compilation song on PS2. Whoop. Oh, there's one of the Kim brothers from Fatal Fury, or Mark of the Wolves. Uh-oh. There's one of the supers. Bam. Yeah, not a great face on Kim. It's a pretty intense face on Chang. Kim's face there is okay. A little weird. A little uncanny valley.
Order select.
Square.
Battle in Japan.
So here's another 360-degree stage where I can rotate the camera. Ah. Whoops. Heavy D's weird because his heavy punch and heavy kick are the same attack. I'm not sure how that happened. Or his light punch and light kick. Wow, this is some intense snowfall we got going on here. More... Who's those guys with the weird hats? And the megaphones, what's that all about? But some more cameos in the background there. Of course, there's a Samurai Showdown character, Nakaruru. And there's Kiyo's fan protege type character from later KOS, whose name is escaping me because I'm old and senile. Oh, jeez. Transparency effects on Kiyo's flame there. Well, probably not going to get past. Oh, geez. Oh, no, it's flashing now. Oh, really shouldn't have. Really shouldn't have. Oh, there's their old SNK's old mascot. What was he called? The guy in the weird mask and cloak. Pretty bizarre character. I don't think he ever showed up as a playable character in anything. It's kind of surprising, actually. Oh, gosh. Still a brutally hard game, at least for some cluck like me. I guess if you know, like, those stun combos, you can make hay out of the AIs. But I don't know combos. Man, look at Daimon's hair. Kyo's tiny face. So yeah, I'm doing poorly. Oh, there's Battle Athena version right in the middle there. I'm playing horribly. I'm really just sort of looking at the backgrounds and thinking about the differences here. That's my excuse. Not that I would do much better if I was really concentrating and trying my best, but you know, I can make excuses. It's my video show.
Order select. Battle in China.
Boom, boom, chicka, boom, boom. Actually, I know a better way to show you the stages. Oh, wait, this is supposed to be China? Oh, okay. This is kind of hard to see stage because the fighters have all this noisy animated crowd stuff. Oh yeah, there's a Chinese paper dragon thing going on. All this hand waving going on right behind his characters. Oh yeah, and there's somebody holding a Chinese flag. How about that? Don't really like the... I think they added too much transparency to these fireballs. They're actually also hard to see. Oh, shoot. Take that, you wag. Barely. That's a little better, contrast-wise. Oh no, he's gonna do his spit thing. Oh, don't tilt the camera, you jerk. Fire, Psycho Soldier. Oh, who is that behind Shin there? Who is that? I can't tell. Who's that behind me? Tiny 4 has a pretty interesting combo system where you can hammer the button really fast and it'll make combos out of it, out of a single attack, just repeating. Some of the earlier games you could do that in, like some of the Fatal Fury games. Oops. Oh, he got me. Dang it. That was sloppy. Oh, shoot. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I said. Through my gritted teeth, my intensely gritted high-res teeth. Takuma, pretty young looking. He looks really young in this. Not so much in his portrait up in the upper left, but his character sprite's face looks really young. Kind of chinless as well. Oh, dang it. Oh, don't tilt the... Dang it. Phew. Finally edged one out. Rio's hair.
Character select. Order select.
Now, I mean, maybe if they had had the original artists around to be able to create high-res versions of their stuff, but even then, I don't think you really have to do stuff from scratch to have any real artistic inspiration behind it. You can't just be tracing. Trying to recapture the original and artificially increase detail. Yeah. Whoops. Oh, that's not it. Wait a second. Ooh. So yeah, there is in-game move lists in Japanese for the names, but so I thought I had a repeatable quasi-super from the old Art of Fighting, and I thought it was charge back, forward, but maybe it's the forward and quarter circle forward, then punch. That might be it. Oh, I did it wrong. Oh, there's, what's her name from King of 2000? It's too many names, I can't handle it. My poor brain. Yeah, forward, half circle, forward, punch. You don't need a supercharge to do that. Oh. Dang it. Yeah. Oh, Benny Maru, you're gonna edge this out yourself. Yeah, did too much damage to me. Now I'm in a little hole. Not really good at the old Art of Fighting style. Oh, there's that robot striker from 2000. I wonder if he comes from something else. Is he from like that robot beat 'em up game SNK made, or was it somebody else who made that beat 'em up? Dang it! Oh, I'm getting crushed. Oh, that girl. I recognize her from something too. Is that Kaoru? Is that Kyo's girlfriend? Well, now I'm just getting crushed. Daimon is a tough nut to crack, to say the least. Oh, jeez. Oh. I always wonder if I should call Daimon or Goro, because sometimes some of the games put Goro, some put Daimon. And the whole thing with Japanese first names being our last names, sort of, or, I don't know. It's beyond my depth. Oh, Benny Maru. Oh. Well. Alright, I have a better way to show you backgrounds anyway. So that was the old team mode. I'll just, I guess, quickly go into edit mode and solo mode. They pretty much are what they say they are. There isn't a whole lot other than any characters and then one character. That's the only real difference. So, see, we can pick. Oh, and you can pick. You can pick the boss, and you can pick Saizu, and I think that's it for the extra characters.
Order select.
So I guess that's worth seeing.
Battle in Korea.
Boom, boom, chicka, boom, boom. Boom, boom, chicka, boom, boom. I'm sorry about that. Oh, there's what's-her-face that... I think she was designed by... Well, that was when Playmore was... Or not Playmore. Who's the actual Korean design team doing some of the games during the bankruptcy? Anyway, I think they invented her. There's the two from KOF 2000, Ramon and Vanessa. Although Vanessa was a striker in 99. Was Ramon a striker in 99? Well, my Rugal got stuffed. That's what I get for watching the background, I guess. Now that's an intense time of day change. Look at those pixelated clouds in Mode 7 style. Oh man. There we go. Yeah. Some Kusanagi flames going on. Oh no, he didn't fall over. Oh no. Nakaruru in another stage, and Tongfu Lu on the steps there. Tongue being from Fatal Fury. Oh, I should have done an uppercut. Oh, I could do my super now because I got damaged so much I charged up. So quarter circle back, half circle forward, and strong punch, I guess is what SP is. Uh-oh. Or I'll just die. Yeah! That wasn't hard to do. I mean, that came out pretty readily. Oh man, Saizu, this is an example of the up-resing looking really awkward. Like his hair just looks like a horrible bowl cut. His pants look super weird. Just with the... like they're pleated almost. Oh, I hate Joy. Oh yeah, but you can do that in 94. That's pretty... Oh, who is that over there? Sort of palely lit up. Come on, Choi, stop taunting. Get over here. Who is that? Oh, shoot. I almost thought I had an idea who that was, but it's gone. Oh, wow, he side switched me, so my uppercut attempt failed. Oh, duh. I noticed. It's an interesting font. Some intense instrumentation going on here. So I forgot King does not have a double strike in this, double fireball when you do strong punch or strong kick in this. She just has a single fireball. Why didn't I fireball there? Yeah. Oh man.
King
One. One of the fact I was reading, look at this. Mode 7 sky is kind of a funky blue now. I was complaining about the announcer, the fact I was reading was, and that 1 is definitely not his best line. What? Yeah. Come on, big guy. I'm just going to time you out. Don't tilt the camera. I always forget about that move. This 3D tree over here, it's actually pretty... Oh, that's weird. out of time, dude. Uh-oh. Running out of real estate, but it'll be enough. It does have a super, but no time. What a team. Gal's hand is all bloody. That's pretty gruesome. Oh, Saizu's hair.
Character select. Order select.
Okay, try to do a little better with Rugal this time.
In Japan.
I'm usually terrible with boss characters. What? Those gigantic ice penguins somehow not collapsing under their own weight? I don't know. It's just another stage, just another... Oh, there's a Hokoto Maru that I was just playing in. Oh, there's that guy in the white again. What is that? A little boy leaping up and down on the left. Hokoto Maru from Mark of the Wolves. There's too many characters. I can't remember all the names. Oh, Rugal looks weird from the front. Not so bad from the side. It's alright there. Oh, yeah. And the control is really good. Oh, man, there's so much snow. Like, how many particles can we get in here? Oh, I don't know. Looks like a lot. Oh, that girl up on the ledge on the left. Who is that? Oh, now we're back with the flashing lights. Maybe this is the same stage and it's just rotated. I guess that's probably it. Well, this is just the first stage and the AI is just kind of sleepwalking. Yeah, it must be it, because there's the same Robo dude. So weird how they made those stages fully 3D, fully 360 degrees. That's what the kids want.
Character select. Order select. Battle in England.
Man, I just killed their whole team with Rugal. Oh no, England is 360 degrees. This is a stage from the original. They did this weird thing though, they made these bizarre fountain plane things. It's nothing like that in the original. Oh, there's Rip. Gosh, Nakaruru, is she in every stage? Oh, there's a Metal Slug character. Next to Nakaruru, I believe that's who that is. Making on her name as well, of course. The FAQ you can find on GameFAQs lists a ton of these cameos. Oh. Was she stunned? Is that why she was able to call her assistant? That's another thing the FAQ was noting. Said in some of these stages you can't see, actually I guess in all these stages, you can't see your teammates in the background like you can in the regular 94. But you can still, actually that means in the regular 94, if you can see your teammates stand, oh, she did a double strike, so what am I doing? I can't see it here. What am I doing wrong not getting the double strike? In the original, if you can see a non-KO'd character, it's like in KOF 90, if you can see a non-KO'd character, partner, in the background, and you're being grabbed or, I guess, stunned, you can call them in to attack the enemy and kind of keep them off you and save you. There's Blue Mary, and, what's her name from the Orochi team? Then, I don't know who that princessy character is. Then you can call them in to attack the enemy, and the AI did it there, I guess, while they were stunned. There's Vice and Mature. But in this, because your teammates are not in the background, there's all these cameos instead. You can just call your teammates in at any time. They don't have to be in the background because they're never in the background. Oh, she chip me out. Shoot! I almost got the whole team again. Alright, you're Boingy, sure. Jazzy tune here. She's getting back a lot of help. Yeah. Nice laugh. Nice evil laugh from Mike. Jeez. Not great. You can see why this game didn't sell well, maybe.
Order select. Battle in China.
It's not the modernization of KOF that the public was looking for. I think it's safe to say. But for us collectors of KOF trivia, it's a lot of interesting stuff, and it plays quite well. The FAQ was noting there are a bunch of tweaks to the gameplay. They did reduce the actually, maybe that's just in Versus that they reduced the stun domination of the stun combos to make Versus more competitive. I think you actually probably can still do them in Versus CPU play like we're doing here, but I don't know those combos. Now this stage, they could have got more cameos in on the steps there, but they just put sort of generic people from China, I guess. Oh, there's the panda again. Why can't I remember his name? It's so embarrassing. Wow. Spanked in the corner because I'm looking at the panda. His tongue again. Oh, there's Kim Jae-hoon, Mark of the Wolves again. It's also in Korea. I think that is who it was. Oh shoot, he didn't fall down. Psycho Soldier. Oh no. Yeah. Sure. So he does a little warm up. Stretching. Uh-oh. This bit. Well, it's not looking good. It's a weird arc on that. Is that a boss up there posing? I don't know, later, who would that be? From 2001. There's that weird Iori again. That is the worst Iori drawing I have seen in quite some time, maybe ever. If that's who that's supposed to be, but I can't imagine who else that was supposed to be. Supposed be. Can't talk. Well, it's looking bad. This whole fog conversion of this stage seems like, okay, wait. Oh, this is going to be tough to tell. So, normally it's, I thought quarter circle forward and a kick button. Well, I'm trying to get bludgeon my brain to figure out the katakana for double strike, but... Oh, there it is at the bottom. Double... Strike. Okay, so you have to do... Oh, you have to do forward, back, forward, down? Quarter circle down from... Oh, well, that's not going to happen. What the heck? Wow, they made double strike really hard to do. Jeez. Well, I ain't doing that noise. Double strike, I'll just have to wait. Wait for a later KOF. I guess that must have been how it actually was in 94. I thought it would be overpowering. Probably was overpowering. I don't know. Ah, good. Oh man, come on. Oh, he's gourding my venom strikes. Stop it. Oh, that was foolish. I see yet another bossy type character. Just idling on the steps as you'll do. Well, that was cool. I miss her quarter circle back flying kick move. She doesn't have that here. Sort of her scything kick. I don't remember the name. She does that weird combo instead. Well, look at me getting high scores. I'm so good. I'm the best. I guess I'll look at solo mode. Well, I'm being a completionist.
Single play. Character select.
Who do I want to see more of? Terry? Maybe Yuri? That's such a weird portrait for her. I mean, she looks more like an actual Asian girl. King, slightly cross-eyed, perhaps. Oh, Athena, also very Asian looking. Huh. Interesting. And then these are a totally different art style. I mean, look. It's like different Photoshop brushes. I do like me some Goro. I'm terrible with him, but I like him. Let's do Goro.
Battle in Italy. Daimon versus Terry. Fight.
See, it called him Daimon. It's not helpful otherwise because it has both of his names in the name slot in the corner. God dang it. It's also funny because they leave the empty teammate squares there. It's weird. Oh no. Oh no. Huh. Clocked. Hi, lady in the boat, waving frantically. Oh, that guy. That super buff guy. Who the heck was that? He's so familiar somehow. But not familiar enough to recall any kind of name. Oh, right. Oh, shoot. Oh man, the wind indicator sucks. That's why they left the windows there. But look at it, it's just a big orange ball. Look at the stage. The stage is just huge. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I guess I noticed. In close rounds. Uh-oh. Dang it. Oh, it's not gonna work. Well. Ugh. shoot. That does a lot of damage. Well, not my best. Man, Terry. Your face is gonna freeze that way. It's not a red flash, it's like a white and blue flash, and then it goes red. It's weird. There used to be in full screen red flashes there, so I guess I can't complain too much. So, practice endless. NEOGEO Mode, let's do endless. Oh, well, what the heck is edit endless then? Because endless is always single character. Well, guess we'll see how this works. What the heck?
Order select. Battle in England.
Oh man, this stage is so weird. Probably not going to get too far in this endless business. Yeah. Well, she went down easy.
Versus King. Fight.
It's also bizarre that they made these 3D stages, these 360-degree stages, but there's really nothing much to see, nothing really interesting to see. It's just you kind of see more of the same. It's like, yeah, that's pretty much what's on the other side. Now we're getting colorful fountain walls. Ooh. Well, I'm still not sure what this is really about, because I keep getting all my health back. Okay, it's obviously going to ramp up in difficulty. Oh, there's Hotari, Mark of the Wolves. There's, what's his name from KOF 2000, or Striker from 99, there's Bao. Oh, there's, Franco, I think that's Franco Bash from Fatal Fury. Orange jumpsuit. Shit. Oh, there's what's-his-face from Last Blade, jeez. Let's just throw some more cameos in there. Oh, there's, is that Lion King? What the heck is his name from that Boom Super Combo second game? There's Dong Juan, Kim Dong Juan from Mark of the Wolves. Oh, there's that guy from, wasn't that a 3D game or on the NEOGEO 64, whatever the heck that was? Oh well.
Rao versus Benima. Fight!
So far this is just super easy team battle. Edit team battle. Oh, nope, still not getting hard. This is weird, man. What's with the guys with the hats and megaphones? Oh, that made Goro mad. Still not taking so much damage that I don't get all my health returned. So Rochi again. Blah. Yeah, I sure did. It's Franco again. Jeez. It's just, wow, that woman is really fluidly animated. She looks like a 3D model was animated.
Ralph versus Andy. Fight!
Oops. Of course, SNK had put 3D backgrounds in some of their 2D games before. The Dreamcast versions of, what was it, 98? I guess it was 98 and 99, I think both had 3D background treatment. Those were much closer, stayed much closer to the 2D versions, though. They just sort of very subtly and actually rather tastefully converted the 2D view to 3D models. I mean, you could say, why the heck did they do it? And again, they were probably just trying to show that, look, we're a cutting-edge fighting game. We're just insecure about that. Well, they thought it would increase sales. Probably mistaken. Especially since I think those games ran in this really kind of chunky low-res. Maybe it was 480i, but it didn't come off looking great.
Ralph versus Robert. Fight!
It's just a super redone Pao Pao Cafe stage. Oh yeah, I was gonna check. So you can't. Yeah, this camera doesn't rotate at all when you do the dodge. I might be close to actually not getting all my health back, but I think I did. Oh, not quite. Look at that. Oh no, this is the downfall. There's Zengfei again. Shit. Now I get it all back. Jeez, this has got to pick up soon. Oh, see, this is a stage I remember, and I was kind of wondering when I would see this. Oh no, not sure. Oh well, yeah, because there is a stage. The stage that you fight this Ralph Clark hydrogen team on is like on a cliff with a crashed helicopter. It's actually a really cool stage in the 2D version. It's some really nice trees in this. Like that background, I mean, that looks pretty nice in a way. Impressive foliage. This view not quite so great. Still pretty good for what it is. Not saying I'd take it over the 2D background, mind you. Well, guys, you've got Ralph slightly off his full health. Uh-oh. Oh, man. This is the easiest survival mode I've played in a long time. Usually, SNK survival modes are pretty tough. And I was thinking that KOF 294 survival should be tough, but of course I think the original. Oh no, this is not great. That didn't do much damage at all. And by rights, a 94 survival mode should be ridiculously hard, but of course I don't think the original 94 had a survival mode. I'm just getting bored now. Die. Alright, I'm gonna have to let one of them take at least Ralph out because I want to see how the heck this works. I guess it'll probably just mean Ralph is permanently KO'd. And then I have to make, start in on the next character. Yeah, keep it going. Come on, they're singing your song, Athena. Keep doing it. Good. Oh, there you go. There you go. Okay, so now Clark is in. Ralph is scratched. So once I beat this team, oh maybe Athena will just wipe me out. Wow, I created a monster. Oh, that did her health in pretty good. Oh, jeez. So now I'm guessing Ralph won't come back. And yeah, it's just gonna be Clark and Hydern from here. Yeah. Oh, sweet. So I love these. The American sports team basketball stages are awesome, and of course this stage was recreated in '98, somewhat redrawn. I kind of like the '94 version. There's Kushner Butt again. Is it a little stereotypical they put him in on a basketball court? Oh, there goes Kushner. I love this music. Now, how many times do you think somebody has written dunk on a basketball backboard? I'm guessing it's not a usual thing that graffiti artists were into. What do I know? That is a deep azure blue or sapphire blue or something. Now there's a slightly better looking Iori. So is that, maybe it's not a Iori, that other weird looking Iori, quasi-Iori guy. He's not even quite wearing Iori's clothes. It's just like a cheap knockoff Iori Halloween costume, this other guy who shows up in some of these stages. I wonder who that guy is. It just looks like the world's worst Iori imitation. Well, so wait, so Ralph is back? Oh no. Is it because, did I get my health all the way back up as Clark? Oh, that's great. Sea change? So you can just change characters? What? That's bizarre. You can do random?
Order select.
This is getting weirder and weirder. So now in theory I have Rugal and two characters who would re-randomize each stage. Oh, it did reset my beat by, so we've basically just restarted survival. Now the only question I have is, will my other two characters re-randomize when I go to the next stage? Oh man, Rugal's so weird looking from the front. She's got really saggy groinal region on his pants. Baggy and saggy. Oh! Whoops. Oh shoot. I can charge up too, look at me. Man, those horns are going for it. Oops. That didn't help me. Okay, now is Kyo still going to be there, or yeah? So it didn't re-randomize characters. And is this a different? This is a different version of the. Wait, I can't. Oh, this is a different version of the basketball court, or am I just facing the other direction? Rotate. I think I decided to rotate the wrong way. Hey, there's Duck King up there. It's the same time of day, so it must just be a different view, different direction. Yeah, there's the dunk basket, so okay, it is. It's funny, I could swear it started me off at a different angle, which was interesting because it looked like a different stage, almost. But this is the rare stage of these 360 stages that actually looks significantly different from different points of view. Alright, that's enough. I guess I could look at the solo, the true solo survival, but I think we can imagine how that goes. So practice mode is interesting for battle type of situation you can set up in it. Actually, this isn't going to matter, so... Ugh. Oh yeah, I had it on random stages. So... Now you can, of course, just set... Oh, you can set it to watch, so you can watch CPU characters fight each other. That's something that SNK was doing in their later PS2 era practice modes. And actually, well, so you can set it to... I auto change on random, but you can set it to, like, the character who wins the match stays on. Come on, guys, pick it up. So Brian should still be here, yeah. And then, oh my gosh, Joe looks so tiny. Now, of course, if you actually want to play, you set, just do that. You have to have life on O life, whatever the O stands for, or original. I'm gonna put this on just random. And the one thing random, keeping it all random does is if there are character imbalances, you don't get kind of stuck on one character as you might if you were on, you know, Winner Stays On. Winner Stays On can be fun. Do a little of that. And I have stage on random. You can, here's Blazil. You can pick the time of day. Blazil, what a typo. Oh, that's the boss stage. If that doesn't come up in a bit, I'll show you that one. Oop. And I think one nice thing about Re-Bout here, a lot of times these practice mode sort of little battle modes that you can set up in practice modes, a lot of times they're too easy. But KOF 94 is such a challenging game. Now, see, I'm not sure who won, but since it's on beat, so I guess I won. Ah, so here's one of the boss stages. Actually, I'm not sure what the name of this stage is, because this is not... I don't think this is the Black Noah stage. Uh-oh. Well, as I was saying... Oh, wow. Fighter jet flyby. Usually these modes are too easy, but KOF 94 is a challenging game. And again, I'm not sure if this is using my CPU setting from the main game options, which is difficulty 3, which is the default AES difficulty 3 out of 8, so that's pretty low. So I could crank it up, maybe. Not sure that would matter in practice mode. Sometimes it doesn't. Dang it. Oh, that was me who won. I thought I lost. I'm just spamming low kicks. How cheap, and it's working. So I definitely want to be able to raise the difficulty level.
Joe versus Takuma. Fight.
So let's go change some options and see what difference that makes. Well, I was thinking I would hold... Oh, wait, that was Black Noah. That was just a 3D version of Black Noah. That's right. So
Game option.
now that we've seen that, I'll go ahead and change the graphic type too. So system is really just 3D or 2D backgrounds. So change it to 2D backgrounds, NEOGEO backgrounds. I'm going to set this off just for funsies. Well, I'll show you it on... No, I won't show you it off. Because even though you change the backgrounds to... Well, no, I'll show it on it first. All right, we'll have to come back. That's not it. What else was I gonna... I guess that was... Oh. Let's do the NEOGEO cartridge version of the music. So there should be 2D backgrounds and
Practice.
gauges though will still be on. And the gauges should still be the Re-Bout version.
Versus Terry. Fight.
I really don't like, I mean, the health meters they made there are pretty gross looking. I mean, they're needlessly large, needlessly taking up a lot of the foreground. But here is the original Brazil stage, the 2D version.
Versus Lucky. Fight.
Ooh. But we still got the high-res version of the character sprites and the UI. And you can, this'll happen in any mode, of course. We could go play, well, I guess I should do that, go play the single player. And we've also got, I switched it back to the 16-bit, oh, no, that's all 16-bit, to the chiptune music. Which is still really good, and a lot of times I kind of prefer it just because it's more intense and it's the original, so it's, you know, a little more inspired probably. But they did, SNK overall did a really good job on their ASTs as well. Death from above, says the helicopter, which, I guess somebody died here probably. Oh no! Oh, I didn't change the difficulty. Well, I had to go back for something else anyway. Whoop. Actually, I want him to beat me. Come on, Terry. How did I do a roll? What is he doing? Trying to let me win? Oh, the Fatal Fury characters can crawl forward when they crouch. I saw that in the fact.
Takuma versus Terry. Fight.
Yeah, see, I can't do that, but Terry can do that. That's so weird. So Terry got to stay, so my mission would be, with my new character, to unseat Terry, who has now been on for his second match in a row. So that's kind of fun. Winner stays on. It only gets spoiled if an unbalanced character comes on, and I think all the characters in this are actually decently. None of them are super like overpowered boss characters. Even Rugal is not boss power Rugal. He's player power Rugal. think. This Terry's doing pretty good though. This is also why I don't usually play this way, because I just get frustrated. Because I play this way. I play this practice type mode just to chill out, and I don't like to get frustrated losing to the same character over and over for a while. I think I finally got him though. Go Lucky. Uh-oh. Where's my spin kick? This is different in 94. Anyway, Lucky did it. Why are we still in Brazil? Oh, it's on... Oh, because I changed to 2D, it went back to my... Oh. Wish I'd noticed that a little... Oh, I'll show you the Black Noah anyway. Yeah, so this is the boss stage in the 2D version, which I think is way cooler. I love that ornate framed painting of Rugal. It's hilarious. Look at that door, too. It's like super gaudy door in this high-res or high-tech chamber. Another Rugal, or is that like... Is that supposed to be Rugal's dad? I didn't even notice that before. It doesn't quite look like Rugal. It looks like an older Rugal-ish character. It's so weird. And he's got holograms, man. We're in some kind of... Oh, we're on an aircraft carrier. That's what it is. Duh.
Lucky versus King, fight!
But yeah, you can... Whoops. Set it to random.
Lucky versus King,
Here's the
fight!
2D Italy stage. Actually, is this the... Yes, it is. There's another stage like this in another KOF, I guess. What is that? Which is a little different. You're down closer to the water. How do I do... Maybe that move isn't in 94. I could look at my move list, of course. This is the old Korea stage. I really don't like this stage a whole lot. Oh, shit. Forget it. This stage is actually kind of depressing in the original 94. It's actually one thing that kind of turns me off from playing that game in general. Wow! Go Kensu. Oh! Ooh. Oh wow! Oh, that's right. You can do a super when your health meter is low and flashing. You can do supers. You don't have to have a charged up meter. Here's the... Is it called Pao Pao Cafe? Anyway, you remember from that large wall painting in the super long riding the elevator 3D stage was a rendering of this stage. I kind of love this stage. It's so incredibly, it's just like, I mean, the checkered, weirdly perspectivized floor, the huge chandelier, the giant dragon orb statues, and just the mass of characters just piled up against the background. It's just an insane stage. There's twins up on the burned out van, or the smashed out van. You got that kind of pimp announcer dude back there. Got a whole bunch of... Are those dogs? The roof of that EW bug. Such a great stage. There's another dog dancing. Look at that dog dancing on that pile. That's awesome. I never noticed the dogs before. Is that not the right? What the heck is that? See, the stupid gigantic health meter is blocking, or energy meter is blocking that totally. There's another weird guy right down. Oh, there's a flasher right there. Oh my gosh. I never even noticed all this stuff in the background of this stage. Oh, who won? Who stays on? I do. Oh, I love this stage. This is one of the coolest stages in KOF. This is the Japan stage. One of the cool stages in fighting games, I think. I mean, look at this. It's again got the huge sort of vertical pile of a crowd, but it makes a little more sense with the way they're on like an elevated freeway and stuff. And it's very like, very Akira-esque scene, you know, like Neo Tokyo. Look at that hugely tall guy back there. Yeah, it's like a Neo Tokyo scene from an anime. It's just great. But just the lighting is great. The animation. You've got this policeman down here, kind of like an umpire almost, that he's just freaking out. Oh, what an amazing stage. It's just that, look at that super colorful background with the soft focus up at the top. Oh, it's just amazing stage. I can't get over how cool that stage is. All right, so
King versus Ra. Fight.
enough of that. Let's go change a few things.
Game option.
So let's try setting it to the highest difficulty. I'm not sure this will make any difference, but I want to see. Gonna keep it on 2D backgrounds. Gonna set the gauge off, and going to put it back on the AST. Okay. So like this is the way I would play to kind of chill, although maybe not the difficulty setting. I just want to see if that actually does anything.
Practice. Characters select.
Ah, and you get the old stage intros even. So, you know, again, the 2D stages with the high-res, low-res 2D stages with high-res characters. I'm going to change this just back to normal random. So gauges are off, so those horrid giant bulbous combination meter is gone. And now you're just fighting in the street, man. Fighting in old China here. Someone's got luggage piled up there. Shoot. It does make it a little confusing when there's a mirror match. I'm terrible as Kyo, by the way. I'm sure you noticed that. Oh, I'm dead.
Chin. Fight.
See, this is the problem with this mode, is that I hate playing Choi. So if there's a character I don't like, and I'm trying to play random select, that's kind of a downer. I suppose I could go back to character select, but that's kind of a drag too. So is this harder? I kind of need the gauges to tell how close I'm getting to winning any of these. Have I won one since I changed it to difficulty 8? He's blocking everything. Okay. Oh. I think it did make a difference, the difficulty setting. Sometimes there's some of these practice modes and some of these ports just have their own separate difficulty that's independent of the difficulty setting for the actual rest of the game modes. Sometimes they just aren't very hard, no matter what setting it is. But this, I think... Shoot. forgot how slow Choi is. Oh yeah, I got crushed there, I'm pretty sure. This is probably gonna be another crushing. Oh! Ew. Oh. Oh, shoot. Ugh. Yeah, I'm getting crushed, so I think the difficulty did change, and it's pretty challenging. It's not as tough as level 8 would get if you were playing, you know, on through a bunch of stages at level 8 in arcade mode or whatever. It's harder than it was. A good deal harder. Yeah, I'm getting crushed. Oh, such a cool stage. Well, you've probably seen enough of that.
Game option.
Set these back. Leave that there. Set this back to default. Turn this on. And this was AST. Okay. Just want to show the arcade mode in the 2D backgrounds, which is what you would imagine it is.
Characters select. Order select. Battle in China.
So instead of being that bizarre giant square in China that you can rotate around and see all the people milling about, it's this 2D stage. Still with the large gouts of 480p blood. But see, now you've got the teammates in the background. So the rule... Well, actually, no, I don't think the rule... Well, I'm not sure if the rule changes for this Re-Bout version. I'm not sure if they have to be on screen now for you to call them in for an assist if you're stunned or held. I'm not really heads up enough to do that ever myself anyway. But so like if I was over here and my teammates are off screen and I got stunned, could I mash ABC and they would come in? I don't know.
Hider versus Chin fight.
Oh shoot. Actually, a lot of the commands in this game are a little weird. Oh, they're charge commands, so that's not what I was thinking of. That's right, it's charge. Yeah, charge down, up, kick. Oh! Oh, okay. So the difficulty has been pretty low, but Chin is blocking the move that always gets me every time. Oh, I thought I had him. So, you know, I think the 2D backgrounds still better than the 3D ones, let's face it. 3D ones are interesting, but
Character
not,
select.
maybe
Order
not super
select.
great.
Battle in Korea.
And in fact, most of them are, I mean, you know, they were just packing in cheesy can. Man, I forgot about that
Fighter
intro.
versus him. Fight.
Yeah, I don't like this stage. It's so just dreary. But I mean, it's emotionally effective. Goes well with the AST too, the music. Ow. So he was able to do that super because he was low on health.
Fighter one.
And his life bar was flashing.
Fighter versus Choi.
Oh, jeez.
Fight.
Shit. Alright, well, so this is low-res backgrounds with high-res characters.
Ralph versus Choi. Fight.
I guess I'll show the rest. Oh yeah. Busted in the chops. Come on, come on. Yay, indeed. Good job, Ralph.
Ralph versus Chang. Fight.
The dithering pattern they put on this is interesting. It really does give it a kind of effective atmospheric perspective. Oh, nice dodge. I do hate the dodge move though. I'm glad that got changed eventually. Oh, that was kind of jerky.
Character select. Order select. Battle in
If I could
Japan.
beatbox, I would be beatboxing. I mean, there's no physical reason why I can't beatbox. I don't think. maybe I don't have
Fighter versus Benny
the
Ma. Fight.
whatever muscles beatboxing requires. I certainly don't have the knowledge or the experience. And not the musical skill.
Fighter one. Fighter versus Kyo.
And
Fight.
this stage is so great. What an awesome stage. Wow, he just punted me back down to the ground there. Oh shoot, he was stunned and I wasted it. Oh no. Oh wow, he evaded the head snatcher move.
Fighter one.
Oh, poor Goro's sad.
Fighter versus Daimon. Fight.
Oh dear, Goro's gonna get his licks in. Never fear, Goro. Get your ounce of blood out of me like a squeezing a tomato. Ow. Oh, weird. Oh, shoot. That was good. Yeah. Yeah. Got a lot of health back, too. I may be in trouble here.
Daimon. Fight.
Oh, shoot. Just popped up in front of me like a surfacing angry sperm whale. Oh no. Don't get overconfident. A cornered Goro. It's the most dangerous thing in the universe. Oh. There we go. That's a great little death rattle. He's not dead, right? Right? He's just KO'd. Why is Clark gripping his ammo belt so tightly? Can't set off those bullets. He squeezes harder. That iron grip. That's a stupid joke. Getting a little. It's getting late. I'm getting punchy. Man, Joe looks so tiny. Get over how tiny. Oh, there's the Fatal Fury crouch crawl. Oh, I thought I had the range. Dang it. Oh man. Hi-res Joe. Go. Dang. Oh, they're really not letting me get that move in. That's a mistake. Wrong strike to do there. There's Chang from some of the Fatal Fury games, that guy in the green shirt there. I think that's supposed to be him, but he's lost a lot of weight. So this level does have a lot, even the 2D version has a lot of cameos. Oh no! Oh, there was, I was mashing buttons and I didn't mean to, but I called in Clark to assist me and he saved me from Joe. Well, I'm really glad I managed to do that accidentally. There's Big Bear, there's Tongue, there's a bleached skin version of Duck King, I guess, or maybe that's just somebody cosplaying him. I don't know if this old guy in the white here is supposed to be an SNK character. I'm not sure who that would be if it is. Oh wow, that was his super. So in theory I could do my super now, but yeah, that's not gonna happen. Well, so that's just 2 half circle backs and punch. It's probably a throw or something. I'm gonna get, oh well. Oh man, I didn't really realize that Joe just murdered my team single-handedly. And now Andy will do the rest because I'm terrible against Andy in the early KOFs. Oh, Andy. Oh, that worked well. Dodge. He kind of froze and then just threw him. Oh, goodbye. So that was arcade mode with the high-res Re-Bout sprites and the low-res background, and the full-screen red flashes edited out. Now let's just go over to full-on NEOGEO mode.
NEOGEO Mode.
Here we get the original intro. Not nearly as long as the Saturday morning cartoon style intro of Re-Bout. Probably a little less cheesy. Okay, calm down. So yeah, there's no survival or anything. It's just team or single, and the team play is there's no edit play. You have to, so you just pick a flag, not even a group of 3 characters. I like that order select method better. I suppose once you get the Re-Bout version down where you just hit specific buttons with your fingers, that's easier than hitting one button and then a joystick to move over, but actually you don't hit a joystick. Well, you would if you wanted to change order, so yeah. But I like the single button method. Because I don't usually change order, so all I have to do is hit one button, advance through that. So wait, is this the chiptune music? I think it is. It's not using my AST music setting. Oh, that was weird. I couldn't just get a hit in there. I was hitting the buttons when I jumped in, but it wasn't happening. Jeez. I love this mandrill walking around the foreground. I always think Lucky says Spaceball. Spaceball. I don't know what he said. I'm sure it's not Spaceball. Some kind of English. This is USA sports team after all. Busted in the chops. Rocky Wong. This is the original announcer, so he can barely say Lucky's name with the English pronunciation. This is using some of these settings though, because it must be using the difficulty setting. Is it using the music though? I need to pay more attention. I'm not the best ear for music, so it should be immediately obvious whether this is the chiptunes or the AST, but I'm not familiar enough with the AST to know immediately. It doesn't sound like an AST. And here, of course, you've got the original separated meters with health on top and energy on the bottom, which did serve another purpose in the NEOGEO games, which was to partly obscure the flashing effect of the character shadows, which flickered on and off every other frame to simulate transparency, but it was kind of a harsh effect, so I don't know if they did it consciously, but in putting energy meters down there to block it, it reduces the painfulness of the shadow flicker for sensitive eyeballs. I love that wind thing where he just flings his jacket off and reveals this gigantic full color. Yeah, he doesn't do a proper jumping heavy kick butt attack on somebody on the ground. It's weird. Or heavy punch for that matter. Yeah, Heavy D is missing some buttons almost, because his light punch and light kick are the same attack, that jab. It's weird. It's almost like he's unfinished in 94. That went well. I like this music, but it definitely doesn't sound like a full orchestra, so it must be the NEOGEO music. There. Yeah, this can't be the AST. Shoot. I mean, it'd be nice to have the option to play the AST in the 94 game, but, you know, they do call it NEOGEO Mode, so I guess strictly speaking it wouldn't be NEOGEO Cartridge Mode, NEOGEO Arcade Mode. It would be NEOGEO CD Mode in a sense, without the loading times. But it's probably for the best, I guess. I don't know. And actually, you notice there that the windscreen portraits are not all posterized like the high-res Re-Bout ones are, with their very sort of distracting levels of shading. They're actually very, very carefully dithered. And it looks much better. And of course, all the original sprites and the portraits of the characters in those wind poses, I think, don't look nearly as bizarre as the high-res versions do, where they tried to recapture the original drawing and fill in 3/4 of the blanks that they create by up-resing it. It was not a great idea. I mean, they should have been able to find out in a pretty quick just trial run, just do a mock-up and see that this doesn't look great. But maybe they were optimistic. Maybe they thought, well, it looks a little weird, but we're learning. We'll get it down, and it'll end up looking good. But I don't know. I think they must have realized that it was problematic from the beginning. Dang, Chin is just wired. Ugh. Oh man. Well, he did, but at what cost? Kind of curious. Oh. So there's no pause menu and no move lists. I mean, I guess they call it the NEOGEO Mode. No move lists. That's interesting. And that, I think, is probably a little extreme. I probably would have wanted move lists. I mean, then again, when I don't have move lists, I can't waste a lot of time trying to pull off moves that I'm not really good at. So in a way, I don't like having move lists, because then I feel obligated to look up moves all the time. But in another way, it's kind of nice to have them there. Oh, geez, that was stupid. It's like, I'll just punch between the whirling purple super balls. No. Does that weird flash here? Well, maybe that was something they invented for the Re-Bout version. Oh yeah, so this is a two-step selection process. Is it? Yeah.
Italy!
But can I re-pick a different member of the team in the next fight? That I didn't remember. I guess we'll see. Bonk. I love that. Just wrecking ball to the dome. Ah, shoot. Guy toweling. So yeah, it's Fatal Fury characters in that boat in the immediate background there, because of course this is a Fatal Fury team of Andy, Terry, and Joe. They're all from Fatal Fury. Ouch! Oh man, that was really satisfying to get Andy. I guess I shouldn't be celebrating bludgeoning. So, well, Kim's original port was a little weird looking. But yeah, notice the careful dithering rather than just blatant posterization. Oh, you don't get to repick. Okay, that's good. Pao Pao Cafe. Oh man, that was so bright. Smack. Just terrorizing. Talk about. Jeez. Yeah, and that neon sign flashing though is still. My eyes were not pleased with that. So they did take out full screen red flashes even in this NEOGEO mode, because you would have seen them when a character is the last KO in a match, for instance. So they even edited the NEOGEO version in that respect, which is good, because that means I can play it. Like right there would have been a red screen, I think double flash or something, instead of just a single white screen effect.
Japan.
Oh yes. Yes, the best background. Oh, even the intro is so hot. Those weird barricades there that pan up from a white intro. Oh, Benny Mar is crushing me. Oh wow, that was a cool looking throw actually. Just heave up and over this giant mass of like huge body. Oh, this is such a great stage. Oh, I'm getting murdered on it. Oh, that was good. Got some hope. Yeah. Of course, I'm playing like a moron, but that's kind of what I like about Chang. You can play him like a moron, and he can still crush if he just gets enough of these giant smashes in. Better run, Benny Mario. Coming for you. Coming for that hairdo. Gonna flatten out your hair a little bit. Got this announcer guy on a loud megaphone or something. I don't know what he's supposed to be saying. Oh! He just made his head disappear. Oh, there it is. I guess he's okay. Probably. Now you're hitting guys in the head with a wrecking ball. That wouldn't do good things.
England.
Now the question here is, do they still have the thing where the women's costume gets shredded on the final KO? Well, I'm not going to find out if I don't win the match, which is probably just as well. But they didn't have it in the Re-Bout version, which is, again, just as well. Because it was definitely a little sexist. It's like, peekaboo, there's a lady's clothes come off. It doesn't happen to the men, I don't think. In fact, obviously it hasn't been happening to the men. Oh no! Oh shoot. Oh my goodness. Oh, she did the double step. Oh, she's blocking. This is trouble. What the? I didn't block. My brain shorted out. I thought I was dead or she was dead. I thought somebody was dead. And they weren't. And then I was dead. And I even realized it. I had almost a full second to realize, no, nobody's dead. I'm still in this fight. I need to block. And I just was stunned. Completely stunned. Oh, this is like what I did to Takuma. She's doing a little better. Okay, here goes. There's another weird thing in the Re-Bout version. Oh, I guess we won't see it here, but the teammates in the background were like bigger than the horses. Something really bizarre with the perspective. I'm not sure that happened in this version. I'm not sure how that could be the case unless the Re-Bout teammates on the 2D backgrounds are just rendered larger, but that wouldn't. Why would that even happen? Unless they just made a huge mistake somehow. Hard to do it. Okay, our clothes didn't come off. Good. So I guess they edited that unless it's something where you have to use a super move or something. Maybe that's it. Oh, wow. Just laughing. Oh, such an awesome stage. Now, maybe I can see what the thing in the upper right corner is. Oh, unless Heavy D just beats the guitar out of me. Dang it, Heavy D, move back. Heavy D is being stubborn. Just let me jump over you then. Ah, he's really stubbornly holding his ground. There. What is that? What's that green thing? I have to look up like a GIF that. Well, I mean, obviously what I could do is turn off the gauges. Maybe that's a little project I can do at the end here. Go to the Re-Bout version, turn off the gauges, and go to practice mode and call that stage up. Oh. Ralph is changing the tempo here. He's forcing me to use the light attack version. Which still does a lot of damage. So that's alright. Oh, shoot. The hop in, the double tap forward dash in is really fast and far-ranging in this game. Ah, shoot. Oh. Shoot, I mistimed it. I think I could have had it. Mistimed a bunch of stuff. Just wailing guitar. Oh, he's still forcing the tempo. The other characters were not doing. Ah, he's beating me on everything. Oh, wow. Well, that was a shutdown. Good job, Ralph. At the end, they share my humiliation. All of a sudden, we're like in a dungeon or something. So I think, oh, okay, we can just do that. So that's probably still my favorite way to play this game. The whole Re-Bout thing is a little,
Game option.
you know. So what am I doing here? NEOGEO, yes. Gauge display off. Okay. Go practice.
Character select.
It's such a great instrumental intro. Of course, now we're back on the AST, so I guess Blazil. Oh wait, no, I don't want Blazil. What am I thinking? What did I say? Which I'm on. So why? I'm dumb. That's why. Oh, why is Benimaru looks slightly midgetized next to me? Again, this is a problem with the redraw. It's just too much detail and stuff doesn't quite hold together right. So it's a... What the heck? What is that? It looks like a giant bowling pin, but for some reason it's flickering. And then it totally glitches out, much just like a color palette bug. What the heck is that supposed to be? Is that a bug in the game? Can't be, right? How would that be bugged? Whoa. Those vocals. Dun 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 dun. This guy with the giant gold chain standing on whatever the heck that thing is. We got the flasher here on the right. What's over here? Come on, Benimaru. Got a lady in a bikini top. We got a cat. We got this dude with a... Is that like a Chinese army cap? Chinese communist cap? What is he doing? He's kind of freaking out. What does that say up on the... Oh, that does say dunk. Okay. Oh, that's funny. And that says Jack Swing? What's say above that? I'm not good at reading pseudo graffiti. Another cat. Is this like the Blues Brothers inside the van? Sure looks like it. Blues Brothers? Wow. Bizarre. So there you go, KOF 94 Re-Bout, an interesting experiment in SNK's history. They were attempting to get from the NEOGEO low-res era into the modern age, and this was kind of a misfire, but you could also say that their attempt in KOF 12, where they redo everything in a radically different style, also ended up being a misfire. And they sort of brought it back a little bit in 13, but they were still working from the same flawed implementation. So that ultimately didn't work. And in 14, they went 3D, and the animation quality really wasn't there, unfortunately. So we'll see what happens in 15, if that ever happens. I mean, I think they've said it's under development, but I don't think we've seen any definite footage of it yet. Okay, so next up, you probably can't hear anything because this intro is so loud, but whatever. It's just as well. Maybe I'll just sit it out. We have the 3D rendered vehicles. This really silly... Why is his fist blue? This really silly superpower thing. We're doing that, whatever the heck that's supposed to be. This is probably the closest you get to an actual fighting game style sequence. Got Ralph doing another weird thing. I mean, that's pretty close to what Athena actually does. This, I don't know, it's basically a chance to see Mai's chest, I guess. So there's Saizu just saying, hey everybody, I'm Kyo's dad. Then this gets boring. So anyway, next game will be KOF 95 now. If you cared, which you have no real reason to, you might be saying, but KOF 95 has the red screen flashes. How can you play KOF 95? Well, it's the PS1 version of KOF 95, which, oddly, like this version, this PS2 94 Re-Bout version, and the NEOGEO version inside the Re-Bout version, they took the red screen flashes out of the PS1 KOF 95 version for some reason. So I can play that version without worrying about red screen flashes. So I will be playing KOF 95, the PS1 version. I'll be playing it on my, I think, American PS2. I think it's the US version I have. Of course, it does have some load times, but, and some cut animations. So we'll get to see all the differences, and I'm sure that'll be fun. So that's coming up next. Thanks for watching this rather lengthy tour through the weirdness that is the King of Fighters 94 Re-Bout. Basically, I'm just going to use this for NEOGEO Mode, essentially, because 94 is pretty fun. It's hard. I like that you can just mash on a button and just crush into somebody. It's like you can do in the early Fatal Fury games up through about Fatal Fury 3. They toned it way down in Re-Bout Fatal Fury, the next game there. So yeah, this is basically my way to play KOF 94 because the red screen flashes are gone, as they will be in the PS1 95. Coming up next episode. That's it for tonight. So good night, and what's your favorite KOF? I mean, I can't say 94 is my favorite, but it's got cool stuff. And I'm not talking about the Re-Bout version. I mean, the good old NEOGEO version. Re-Bout version, it's weird. It's weird. Got a lot of cameos. If you're into cameos and all those names I couldn't remember, embarrassingly, it's got some good cameo watching, I guess. But there are some cameos in the actual NEOGEO game, at least in the Italy stage. I think that's maybe the only stage with them, although I'm probably forgetting something obvious. Oh well, anyway, that's it. Bye-bye.